What's going on, everybody? It's me, LG, your favorite internet marketer, and welcome to this training. What I'm going to go over right now is how to take 1K and turn it into $700,000 in as simple as 90 days or less, okay? I'm going to go through the strategy with you, so I just want to welcome everybody to the webinar, and we're going to get right into it. So let me share my screen here, all right? And we're diving right in. Okay, so I'm going to break down what we have here. As you can see, I've already started. This is my personal sheet. I'm going to go through exactly what you're looking at. You should be at a point where you understand the terminology I'm going through. Everything is very, very basic unless it's day one for you. And if it is day one, where you should be is on the team training site going through the training so you understand the things I'm about to cover. All right? So really, really simple. What we have here, this column is your account size. We're going to be starting off with $1,000. This column right here is your lot size. This column right here is the amount of pips we are targeting per day. Okay, this is 40 pips per day that we're targeting. This is what your profit for the day will look like. And this right here is telling you when to close the trade. Now, the caveat here about when to close the trade, this gets down into my personal method of how I do this game plan, all right? Now, you can do the game plan different ways if you choose to, but I always say when you're baking a cake, you should follow the recipe if you want the same sweet taste, all right? So I'm going to explain how I do things, all right? And you are welcome to make adjustments on your end if you like. You might get different results. Don't hold me responsible for them. But if you stick to my game plan, you will be successful, okay? So here's what this is saying. We're only targeting 40 pips a day. We're starting off with $1,000, all right? Another very important thing to remember, I only have a max of 2 trades open at a time, okay? So this right here is really for you to, I would really just take 1 trade at a time if I was you and not take the next trade until this closes. But at the max, at the very, very max, I only have 2 trades open at one time. No matter how many trades come out or how many good opportunities I see, until those 2 trades close, I do not open another trade. So here's how this looks. We start off with $1,000 in our trading account, okay? You're going to be doing a lot size of 0.5, that is $5. We're targeting 40 pips for the day. And $5 times 40 pips, that's $200. Here is my risk management strategy that works for me. This is why I have more wins than losses. I only target 10 pips per trade. That's it. 10 pips per trade. And here's the methodology behind that. You guys know when you're in a trade, it can go up, it can go down. It can hit that take profit, it can hit the stop loss, okay? But what I found in my time trading is that 9 times out of 10, even if a trade goes bad and hits the stop loss, at some point in the trade, it went up at least 10 pips, okay? So by only targeting 10 pips per trade, you maximize the opportunity for you to get your 10 pips, get out of the trade, and then takes the next trade, and you minimize the opportunity for your trade to actually hit the stop loss. I hope that makes sense to most people. If it doesn't make sense to you, you probably just haven't been trading long enough, and after you get a little more experience, it will make perfect sense, all right? So, I know we have some awesome traders, in swipe trades. I know there's awesome trades going on with the harmonic scanner. You all might be at a level where you're marking up charts and you're making trades yourself. However you choose to go after your trades, 100% your choice. Okay, like I said, if you're, the harmonic scanner is wonderful. Swipe trades are good. We got certain swipe traders that people like over the other ones. We got swipe traders that are getting 30, 40, 50, 100 pips, and that's wonderful. Even with those guys, I still only do 10 pips per trade because it's not about how much you can gain. It's about minimizing your losses. Understand that. So I know that the other day, Wealthy Pips called out a trade and they hit 100 pips. And that's wonderful. That's absolutely awesome. I was in that trade. I still only took 10 pips because it's not about how many pips you can get. It's about minimizing your losses. So I'd rather take, the goal right here is always 40 pips. I'd rather take 4 trades at 10 pips than try to get 40 pips off of 1 trade because you just never know what happens. I hope that makes sense to people. Like I said, it's not about what you can make, it's about what you can lose. So we're talking about minimizing losses, we're compounding, and we're moving forward to the next day. So here's how the first day starts. We're starting off with $1,000. We're doing a $5 lot size, and we're going to go after 40 pips that day. What I personally do, I do one trade at a time, 10 pips each. At the end of the day, I will have $200. That's why this says close the trade at 50 pips, because what this is saying is $5 times 10 pips, close the trade. I put this here just so I can always, kind of look at the chart to see where I'm at if I want to close a trade. That's there for you guys. I know how to count pips. So when I'm putting in my trade from the very beginning, I already set my take profit for 10 pips. If you don't know how to count pips, you need to go to the team training site and watch the video, because there's a video there on how to count pips. Every single thing you could possibly want to know is on the team training site. All right. But for the folks that don't know how to count pips, I have this available. So when you're going through the chart and you put in your trade, you automatically know that, okay, if I'm at my $1,000 account and I'm doing my $5 lot size, and I'm going for my 10 pips, when this trade hits 50 bucks, I can manually close it. That's why I provided this column here for you guys. Okay. So let's just go through. Your first day, you would have did 40 pips. You would have got your 200 bucks. That 200 bucks would have been added to your overall balance, which gave you 1,200. And then we're going to do it again. We're going to be, the second day, if your account's at 1,200, we're still doing $5 a pip. You're still going after 40 pips. That's going to be another $200. When that's added to your balance, you're at 1,400 now. Okay. And at 1,400, you're still doing the same thing. You're doing $5 a pip. We're going for 40 pips for the day. That's 200 bucks. We added to the balance. Now we're at 1,600. Now here's where it starts to change. At 1,600, you're actually doing $5.70 a pip times 40 pips. That's $228 for the day. Okay, and that's added, and so on and so forth. It's a 90-day chart here. Well, it's a 60 trading days, and it's only 20 trading days in a month, so that's 90 days total. I'm not going to go through all 60 because you guys can see it's self-explanatory. You understand what's happening here. Also, on the training site, I've already recorded a video that's pretty much exactly what I'm doing now, going step by step. That's already been added to the training site, so you can go over that, along with this whole chart here. A picture of the whole chart is there. That way you can just stay on it. So I've already provided that to you guys. I just wanted to do one big team training, one big webinar to not only explain it, but explain the harmonic scanner and to take questions at the end. But this stuff is on the training site, okay? So you would just keep following suit, just going on down here. Don't get afraid of the big numbers. Don't get scared at the big numbers, because at the end of the day, these ratios are exactly the same. With this strategy, it's safe. We're doing 1/8 of the account at a time as per trade. You only have a max of 2 trades open at a time. You're always looking at your account size and moving forward. Let's talk about losses. So let's say you're in a trade and it goes south. You didn't get your 10 pips and, it hit the stop loss. What you're going to always want to do is look at your total account size to decide what your lot size is, because it's possible for you to take one loss and still be in the same category. So, for example, let's say you're right here. You got an account size of $4,644. What you're doing right here is $16.50 for your lot size, and you lose a trade. When you lose the trade, it hits the stop loss. When you look at your account, if you're still in this range, over the 4,064 but under the 4,644, your lot size is going to be the same. Now, if you take a loss and it moves you into the other category, then you're just stepping a day back. It's okay. So if you ever lose your place or kind of confused what your lot size should be, all you have to do is look at your total account size to find where you should be and what your lot size should be. As long as you're over this amount but under that amount, that's the column you're on. Hopefully that makes sense to everybody. All right. So moving on, this chart is based on LMFX. That broker maxes out at 60 lots. 60 lots is $600 per pip. That's where it maxes out. So if you're on a different broker around this area, you might have to start readjusting when you get to your brokerage max. Okay. But if you have LMFX, here's what happens. We're at this point right here. We're at $530. It's $533.50. That's your lot size. You're still going for 40 pips a day, 10 pips each. And this is just how it breaks down. This is day 37 here. So you guys can look at the chart on your own and see where it goes. You see all 60s here is because this is where it maxes out. So this is a $600 lot size. We're still just doing 10 pips, going for 40 a day. At this point, you have 170,000 in your account. All right. And we're only on day 38. If you take it down to the bottom, at the end of 60 days, At the end of 60 days, you will have $698,724. We did it very, very safely. We weren't gambling. We were trading. All right. We were using a lot size. It's only 1/8 of our account. We were going for 10 pips at a time. We were going for 40 pips a day, which is all very, very doable. Okay. Here's the big key to this. Here's the big, big key. Do not withdraw any money. Do not withdraw any money. All right. If you withdraw money, you throw the whole game plan off, because what we're doing here is this is compound interest. This is the magic of compound interest. But if at any point in this you withdraw money, you set yourself back. Okay. So maybe that's a better way I should say it. If you want to do 700,000 in 90 days, you do not withdraw money. Somebody has unmuted themselves. Please mute yourself back. Okay, I'll do it. 1 second. This is what I wanted to avoid there. Please be careful when you're on your phone. Everyone should be muted. All right. So what I was talking about was withdrawing money. If you want to do the 700,000 in 90 days, do not withdraw money. Do not withdraw money. Do not withdraw money, because it's compound interest is what we're doing here. If you choose to withdraw money, it's 100% your choice, but understand you're setting yourself back on the game. Someone has unmuted themselves again. Please pay attention and do not unmute yourself, because we are recording. All right. So, for example, let's say if you did want to take money out, that's your choice. First, understand that you're not going to hit 700,000 in 90 days if you withdraw money at any point. If that's not a problem for you, cool, no problem. So let's say you're right here on day 34, you have an account balance of, 100,076, and you want to withdraw money out. No problem. Take as much out as you want. But understand that whatever your balance is after you withdraw is where you're set back. And somebody has still unmuted themselves. Come on, guys. It's not that hard. Keep your finger off the mute button. Not that hard. All right. So, like I said, if you choose to withdraw money out, it's not a problem. It's your choice. Just understand the two things. Understand that, one, you're not going to do $700,000 in 90 days because you withdraw money out. And where you pick back up is whatever your balance is at. So like I said, if you have 100,000 right here and you decide you want to withdraw 50,000, no problem. You can do that. Just understand that that's where you set back to on the game plan. So if you made it to day 34 right here, you got 100,000, you withdrew 50,000. That's going to take you back to about day 28 or 29. Okay. But for some people, that's not a problem. I just want to throw that out there, that this whole thing in 90 days works on a not withdrawing money. That all should be very, very simple for folks. At the end, I'll take questions, and this video, the training is already on the website. But that's everything right there. This really to cover. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay. There's a difference between trading and gambling. When you're over leveraging your account, you're gambling. And here's what I mean. Right here at about day 25, our lot size is $107.50. Okay. But look at the account size. We have $30,000 in the account. Now, I've been guilty of this in the past. I've seen other people do it. They'll have maybe a $5,000 account and they're using $100 per pip because they just want to make a bunch of money quick. That's cool, but that is gambling, because that trade can go against you so much. So as you see, we don't get to $100 per pip until you have an account of 30,000, and that makes it safe. That's why I don't want you to be scared of the big numbers. It's 100% okay to use a lot size of $107.50 when you have a $30,000 account. It's kind of dangerous to use a lot size of $107.50 when you got a $5,000 account, okay? Because as you can see, when you have a $5,000 account, based on this game plan, you should only be doing a $19 lot size. So that's just what I wanted to explain to you. This is safe. This is, what I like, me and my partner, Matt, we like to call it safe, sexy. Because me and Matt, we go over all this stuff. This is a safe, sexy. You're making money very, very safely using proper risk management. We're maximizing our wins because we're only going after 10 pips, and minimizing our losses. And what I do right here is I put on the side where I'm at. So, for example, I started right here on the 11th. I made $161.50 that day. All right. That brought my balance to $1,400. Okay. So at 1,400, it's like, all right, I'm still doing $5 a lot. Oh. I know what I forgot to explain. So we're going after 40 pips per day, but that does not mean you have to stop once you achieve your goal. This is just to let you know what the goal is for the day. So for example, let's say 4 trades came out, you did 10 pips each, you won all trades, you got your 40 pips for the day. Wonderful. You do not have to stop trading. Okay. Let's say you did 4 trades, you won 4, and now the 5th one comes out. All you do is look to see where you are on the chart based on your account size and keep going. So for example, I did this today, as a matter of fact. Today is the 12th. Today, the goal was $200. I made $244. All right. So I was done for the day at about 4 p.m. What did I do? I kept trading. Why not? You know, if you have the time, keep going. So 40 pips for the day is the goal, but there's nothing wrong with continuing past that. That's actually how you can make this happen in less than 90 days. So for example, like I said, today is a perfect example. I made $244 today. The goal was 200. That brought my account balance to 1644, and I currently have trades open. When those trades close and I add more money to the pot for the day, you know, that'll take me into the next day. So like I said, 40 pips for the day is the goal, but you don't have to stop there. All right, now I'm going to move on to the harmonic scanner. We're going to talk about getting those pips, right? You know, we got swipe trades, you know, we got the harmonic scanner. We have a lot of different, there's the web analyzer. You know, the company provides lots and lots and lots of tools for you to get your pips. All right. This just is about a proper way to manage those pips. So I think I've beat that dead horse. I'm going to move forward now. All right. So what you're looking at right now is an installation. This is my JAFX account, and this is the harmonic scanner that's installed on the account. Now, I'm not going to go over how to install it because I sent you guys a link. The link has step-by-step instructions. I did have some people reach out and say the video on the link wasn't working. The video wasn't working on the link when I first got it. I didn't use the video. I followed the step-by-step instructions one at a time, plugged this in. It worked perfectly, okay? So I'm not going to go over how to install this because I've already provided that information, but I am going to go over how to use this, okay? So it's 2 things I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how I actually make the decision on what trade I want to enter, and I'm going to show you a really, really neat thing about how to set up alerts. Here's the cool thing about setting up alerts. When you're using the harmonic scanner on the website, we're using the web version, you can't send yourself alerts when there are new trades. You just have to constantly check back and check back and check back. But when you take your JAFX MT4 and you have the harmonic scanner in there, you can set the alerts to show you new trades. So I'm going to show you how to do that. After everything is set up, and these windows I'm about to show you, they're going to be familiar to you after you've set everything up because you would have went through these windows already. After everything is set up, you can go right here to Tools, and I believe it's, yeah, right here to Tools. Here, let me actually go through that again for you. You go right here to Tools, then you go to Options, and you go to Notifications. Nope, I'm sorry. You go to, it's not Notifications. Where is it? Was it Notifications? I don't forget where. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm sorry. It's two things I'm gonna show you. Notifications. So this is how you can get email notifications here. Now, this is in the IML training on the actual IML site. If you go to the harmonic scanner, they show you how to do this right here, how to have email alerts. Now, I walked through the setup, but for some reason, I still couldn't get it to send me email alerts. But there's 2 types of alerts. There's email alerts, and then there's alerts inside the MT4. I'm going to show you how to do both of them. The alerts inside the MT4 was working just fine for me. This email alerts part, I still haven't got it to work right. You know, I did submit a support ticket. They haven't got back to me yet. I'll update, you guys when I figure that part out. But what it tells you to do, like if you're using Gmail, it tells you, put in the smtp.gmail.com, put in your email address right here, put in your Gmail password, and your from and your to is also your Gmail email. All right, that's what the video suggests for you to do. Like I said, once again, this part didn't work for me. Still trying to get a workaround on that. But that's how you set up the email notifications. Now, the notifications that are working for me is the notifications inside the MT4. So if you right-click on your MT4, you go right here to Expert Advisors, and you go to Properties, it's going to open up this section right here on the MT4. You would have already been familiar with this once you installed your MT4 because it takes you through this window. If you go down to the bottom here, these were already on false, okay? You just want to click them and change them to true. And right here, click it and change it to true. And it says send email and alert pop-up, and then save. What that's going to do is every time a new harmonic scanner pattern is found, there's going to be a whole dialog box that pops up right here, and it's going to tell you that, hey, it's a new trade, and you can go right to it, okay? Now I'm going to show you guys how I pick which trades I go in, all right? So let's see. Let's try to find a good one. Oh, and you can just click them right here. All the trades are right here. You just click through. You got the H1, H4. I only do H1 and H4 trades. I don't mess with the 15-minute stuff. All right, so, but you got them right here, H1, H4. So we're looking at this NZD one right here. So what I want you guys to see here, a couple of things. One, the trade did exactly what the harmonic scanner predicted. The harmonic scanner is like 90% accurate, guys. It's an amazing piece of software. So if you see right here, you have the entry point, take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3. This trade did exactly what it's supposed to do. It actually went all the way up past take profit 3, and came back down. So if you were in this trade and you had it set for take profit 3, you would have got your money. Beautiful thing. Then once again, even when I take harmonic scanner trades, I personally only set them for 10 pips because that's just my trading style. But you're 100%, able to do things how you want to do things. If you want to go for take profit 1, take profit 2, or take profit 3, it's your world. I'm just explaining my personal strategy on how I maximize my wins and minimize my losses. I'd rather take 10 pips than stay in the game trying to get to take profit 1, 2, or 3 because the market can always reverse and hit your stop loss. Just how I personally trade. So I clicked on this. If I looked at this trade, I would not enter this trade. Here's the way I enter trades. I only enter trades when I look at them and they are below the entry point. When they are below the entry point, okay? And what I do is I treat this just like swipe trades. I copy the entry point, I copy the take profit, and I copy the stop loss. The stop loss is right there, okay? If you can grab right here on your MT4 and move the chart up and down if you need to see what's going on, the stop loss is right there. So don't get confused by this. Don't feel like it's any more extra stuff going on. It's the same thing as swipe trades. It's giving you the data. The only difference is that you have to look to see where the market is to decide if you're going to get in that trade or not. Okay, I'm going to look through for some examples of what I'm talking about. But basically what I'm saying is that if the market was currently down here under the entry point, this would be a trade that I would get in. And all I would do is I would open my MT4 and I will put in a pending order. The entry right here is at the bottom, so we know that this is a buy. If the entry was up here at the top, you know that it'd be a sell, okay? And I'll go through and try to find an example of a sell. This is an example of a buy. But that's literally all I do. If the market is down here under the entry point, I say, oh, okay, this trade hasn't started yet. So I go into my MT4, I open a pending order with the entry point, I put in the stop loss, and you can put in the take profit of TP1 if you want. What I do is I do the math and I put in the take profit of 10 pips. That's how I use the harmonic scanner. So let's just go through and see if we can find one that it's in a good place, like I like to call it. Let's see. Let me kind of zoom out here. All right. So this is a good example. This is a good example right here. All I did up here was just zoom out. So it's GBP, JPY, right? It's an H1, it's a shark pattern. And I'll zoom in a little bit for you guys. What you can see right here has this entry zone. It says entry max, entry minimum. This trade, it's a buy. So there's a take profit 1 and take profit 2 is going there. This trade has been going up and down in this area right here. This whole area is the entry zone, okay? Looking at this trade, this is a trade I would hop in. All I would do is open my MT4. I would see this entry minimum right here. I will go ahead and put in the coordinates. Then I will look to see what the stop loss is. I'd put in the stop loss, and I'd set it for 10 pips, and I'd leave it alone, okay? If the trade does what it's supposed to do, it's going to go past the entry point. That's when my trade will open up, and it's going to start moving up towards take profit 1. And when it hits the 10 pips coordinates that I've set, I won the trade. If this trade for some reason doesn't go on the entry point and it just starts going to the stop loss, no problem because I'm not even in the trade. You see what I'm saying? That's the way I pick my trades. I'll look through this whole chart for trades that are below the entry point, and I'll just place the pending order. This is like swipe trades on demand. It's like coming here and you just keep looking through, trying to find one that hasn't played out already. Okay, like this trade right here is already on its way to playing out. So it's not one I would jump in. The entry point here, it's already on its way towards take profit one. One thing I want you guys to really see, though, is look how accurate the software is. You see what I'm saying? I mean, as we go through here, you're going to see you're going to see that these ones, they hit take profit one, they hit take profit two, they hit take profit three. You know, so if you're a risky person, you could jump in. You could go for take profit one. You could go for take profit two. You could go to take profit three. You know, I used to only do take profit one until I realized through testing that sticking with 10 pips helped me maximize my wins and minimize my losses. But, you know, maybe you're in a lower lot size and you want to go all the way to take profit 3, 2, 1. It's whatever you want, guys. I'm just giving you the information of how I trade and how to use the software. So we'll go through a few more of these. I really want to find a sell. I believe the reds are the sells. Okay, so here's what a sell looks like. Okay, the red, the blue are the buys and the red's the sells. So this is Euro AUD. This is a day trade. Now, I don't do day trades. I do H1 or H4, but this is a D1. But I'm still going to show you what it looks like. So as you can see, since it's a sell, the entry is up here at the top, and the take profit 1 and 2 is down here at the bottom. Okay, and if you look for the stop loss, just squeeze it, you know, bring it down right there. Your stop loss is right there. The software always gives you the information. If I was looking at this trade, I wouldn't get in this trade because it's already past the entry point. Okay, it's already started down past the entry point, so I wouldn't mess with this trade. I would keep looking for one that hasn't went past the entry point yet. Let's see. Here's an H4. This one already played out. But look, here's what I want you guys to see. And this is what I love about the harmonic scanner is that they show the old trades that have already played out. Because what this should do is it should build confidence in this software. You guys should be loving the harmonic scanner. So it called this trade out. It gave you the entry point. It gave you the stop loss. It gave you the 3 different take profits. And look what happened. This trade played out and went all the way past take profit 3. I mean, that just lets you know if you were in that trade, you would have made that money. I mean, it's beautiful. The software is awesome. This is the value of this company. You know, the education, the swipe trades, the harmonic scanner. This is the value. All right. So let's keep going. Let's see. There's another H1 NZD. I want to see if this one's played out yet. Back it up here. Okay, pattern. Okay, this is a while ago. The pattern's back here. So this is, you know, another one that's played out already. All right. So, but look, it played out all the way past the TP3. So, you know, these are older trades. Somebody has unmuted themselves again. Please check your phone and make sure that you have yourself muted. All right. So that's how it works, guys. I really feel like that's very self-explanatory. What I'm going to do now is go ahead and unmute everybody and open it up for questions. When I do that, it's going to be pretty loud. All right. So you guys just bear with me, but I want to make sure I get everyone's questions answered. That's pretty much the end of the training. I showed you guys the compounding sheet, showed you guys how I do the harmonic scanner. And now I'm going to open it up for questions. So let's see. Unmuting everybody. All right. And go. All right. Who has questions?
Yep.
Anybody have questions?
You should have just told her wait.
Okay, let's do this a little different.
That's for number one.
I mean, they try
Can we
to.
let
That's
each
just not
person
going to work like
unmute
this.
themselves?
So mute off. 1 second. All right. So I muted everybody. But you can unmute yourself if you have a question. So if you don't have a loud background and you have a question, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Under available patterns, what's in blue and what's in red?
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference?
Okay, blues are the buys, reds are the sells.
Okay, got you.
All right, and guys, so after you ask your question, go ahead and mute yourself back so we can get some other people time. And I'm taking all questions right now.
Hey, Lyndon.
Yes.
What's the difference between this and like the auto trader?
Okay, the auto trader is where you hook up your account to the company's software and you pick a trader and they execute trades for you. So they're executing the trades that they're doing, and your account is just mirroring those trades. This is you doing the trades yourself. So the company is calling out the trades. You're making the choice if you want to take the trade. You're choosing what lot size. You're choosing when to, close the trade, things like that. So that's the difference. Sound good?
LG.
Absolutely. What's going on?
Where do we set the stop loss at? If we're only taking 10 pips, should we set it for 10 or 15 pips stop loss?
No, I use the exact same stop loss that they give you. Here's the reason you want to use the exact same stop loss that they give you. Whether you're using the harmonic scanner or whether you're taking a swipe trade, the marketer has looked at the charts and they've looked at, the resistance lines, and they've looked at everything, and they've decided that this is the best stop loss. You know how trades work. Trades go up and trades go down. A stop loss is giving that trade room to breathe. So I always still use the same stop loss, because a trade still might go into the red. I've had trades stay in the red, for a long time and then go forward before they hit those 10 pips. So I don't adjust anything. That's very important to understand. I don't adjust anything. I take the exact numbers. Anything except for my take profit. I don't adjust the entry point. I don't adjust the stop loss. I take it the way the software gave it, or I take it the way the trader gave it. The only difference is my take profit. I do a 10 pip take profit. I'd rather, get my money, get out, and, you live to trade another day. No more blowing accounts. You know what I mean?
I got you. I'm going to do the same thing. But I'm going to start with like a $600 account. So I'm going to do like 0.1. Instead of 0.5, I'm going to do 0.1.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Let me actually explain the formula behind the strategy, just in case anyone else is in this boat. If anybody is in the boat where they're not quite starting with $1,000, but they still kind of want to mimic what's going on, here's what the formula to come up with the lot size is. I'm doing 1/8 of the account. So here's all you have to do. Whatever amount of money you have that you're starting with, divide that by 280. Okay. So if you have $600, let's do it. I'll do the examples right here on the screen. All right. So if you have $600, you're going to divide that by 280. All right. $2.14. Well, of course, we can't do 14 cents, so it's just 10 cents. I always, like to round up. So you can either do $2.10 or $2.20. That would be 1/8 of your account at $600. Okay. So if you guys want to go back and double check the chart, what you're seeing on that chart is that everything is at 280. Everything except for the very beginning. The very beginning, here, I'll show you back on the chart real quick. The very beginning, you see 555, because if you divide 1,000 by 280, it's not $5. But I didn't want to do anything under $5. That's just me. So like if you divide 1,000 by 280, all right, that's actually $3.50. I would have rounded up to $3.60. But I just personally didn't want to start off at $3.60. So I started off at $5. But what I did is, once we got to 1,600, all right, and you do the math right here, 1,600, and you divide that by 280, it tells you right there, $5.70. And that's what you see here, $5.70. So the formula is based on taking whatever your account size is, divided by 280. That's your lot size. So if you don't quite have, the 1,000, not a problem. That's how we came up with the lot size. And that's 1/8 the account. And also, again, remember, at a max, only have 2 trades open at a time. I do not open more than 2 trades at a time. You're putting your account in jeopardy when you're doing that. All right. Who is next?
Okay, thanks. I appreciate it. I got like 12 trades going right now. I'm going to cut that down to 2.
12 trades going?
Yeah, I'm going to cut that down to 2. They all in blue, though.
Here's the thing. It's not that you can't have 12 trades. You can't have 12 trades at the lot size that I provide for you. Okay?
Right.
So just understand that. If you would basically have to break that down. So, for example, I said $5 is the lot size, right? $5 is the lot size, and that's going for 1 trade at a time. But let's say you want to do 12 trades. So $5, divided by 12, right? That's, 41 cents, 41.66. So I would just say 40 cents. So if you have 12 trades going, they all need to be at 40 cents. And then if you check the math, 0.40 times 12, 480. You're almost at $5. So that's just the kind of thing you have to understand. If you guys are going off of the numbers I provide you, it's based on doing 1 trade at a time at the max 2 trades. If you're a person that likes to go into multiple trades, you got to actually look at it and start breaking it down. You're like, okay, if at my account size, I'm only supposed to be at a $5 lot, but I want to do, 5 trades, then those 5 trades got to be at a $1 lot. Okay. That's how that works. But honestly, folks, I would suggest 1 trade at a time, 2 at the max. It keeps it simple. You know what's going on. Get your 10 pips, go on to the next trade. That's just my personal suggestion. But hey, you can trade how you want to trade. We got more questions?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay.
So, when you're doing the pending order, how do you know if it's going to be a limit or a stop order?
Okay. So this is the beautiful thing about the MT4, right? Let me try to find a trade for you so I can give you an example at the same time. Okay. So we got this trade right here, right? Now, when you go to put, so the important thing you need to know is if it's a buy or a sell. As far as it being a limit or a stop, you're only allowed to put in 1. And what I mean is it's only going to, the MT4 is only going to let you put in 1. So if it's underpriced, I actually got to look at the daggone thing. 1 second. I can never remember it off the top of my head. Yeah. There we go. Okay. So got the assist from Jessica. So if the stop and limit, so order placed below price and then it goes up, that's a limit. Order placed above price and then it goes down. I'm reading this wrong. Wait a minute. Buy limit. Order placed below price and it goes up, that's a buy limit. Order placed above price and it keeps going. Okay. That probably sounds confusing to you guys. Here's the thing. It's only going to allow you to put in 1. So right here, let's say we were trying to put in this right now, this pending order for the 150.862. It's a buy. If you put in this and you try to do buy limit and it wouldn't let you, then just go put it, then switch it to buy stop, because it's only going to allow you to put in 1. 1 means that it's above the price. The market is currently above the price. The other one means the market is currently below price. I was reading that description. It sounds confusing, so I don't want to confuse you guys. But that's the thing. So if you're trying to put it in and it's not letting you, you just switch to the other one. That make sense?
Okay, yes, it does. So you're saying that you do not enter if it does not hit that entry price. You do not
No.
enter, but when you're putting in the order anyway, it won't enter unless you actually hit the entry price anyway. When you put in the pending order.
That's what a pending order is anyway. A pending order is not going to open until the market hits it. So what I'm saying is that I don't put in the pending order unless the market is currently below the entry point. So like this trade right here is a perfect example. Here, I'll zoom in for you so you guys can see exactly where this trade is. As of right now, this trade is at 150.41, right? The entry is 150.862. This is a trade that I will go into. And the way I will go into it is I will put in a pending order for the 150.862. Whenever the market moves in the right direction and it goes past the pending order, then my order would open up. If for some reason it never does and it goes, the wrong way, it's no problem for me because I'm not in the trade. Does that make sense?
Got it. Yes. Thank you.
Absolutely. Anybody else?
I have a question.
Okay.
Back to the harmonic scanner with the blue and the red. So if I wanted to look to get into a sell, but when I pulled up the chart, it had like maybe a buy on it, but I wanted to see where a sell would be, I would use one of the red outlined ones.
Right. Red is sells, blue are buys. Okay. But is there a reason you would specifically want a buy versus a sell?
No particular reason. I do better in sells. I don't know why, but when I do buys for some reason, it gets a little hectic for me, and I be trying, but it just don't work out for me. So I'll be sticking with the sells unless I get
all the same
call that I look at and it looks real good to me.
It's all the same, love. Just trust the software. That's the best thing to do is trust the software. Like I said, the software is like 80 to 90% accurate. I mean, like if I click through these ones that have already played out, you'll see that a lot of them hit TP 1, 2, and 3. Just trust the software, buy or sell. Like I said, just make sure when you're entering that it's below the entry and you do a pending order. I personally never do a market execution. I just don't. I don't do it. You know what I mean? It's just my style. So, and that's all I'm giving you guys. I mean, I'm not the, Forex expert, but I'm making good money. It's working for me. So I want you guys to make good money. And I'm just giving you what I do that's been working for me. Anybody else?
I have one more question. It may not be about all of like the harmonic scanner and everything, but my question is, every time that I have a trade and I try to, like, you know how it says take profit 1, take profit 2. Okay, if I hit take profit 1 and I want to secure my profits and I want to like move my stop loss, for some reason I always wind up getting stopped out, or it goes like really weird, and I'm not quite sure why, because I keep watching videos and I still haven't figured out what I'm doing wrong when I move it.
So you're moving your stop loss, right? So when you say secure your profits, I just want to make sure we're on the same page. What you're saying is like, let's say the take profit 1 is 50 pips and currently you've won 20 pips. So you want to move your stop loss in front of the entry point, maybe to 10 pips. Is that what you're saying?
Right.
Okay. And what happens? What are you running into?
The last time I did it, I moved my stop loss like I think 10 pips in front, and then it went the other way. Like my trade wound up going the other way, and then by the time it finished, I wound up like negative 20 cents. And I was positive, but I'm a little bit confused. I'm like, I don't know, maybe I didn't move my stop loss. Maybe I didn't move my stop loss up enough.
Yeah, that's exactly what that sounds like. The only way for that to happen means that you did not move your stop loss in front of the entry point. Because if you move your stop loss in front of the entry point, what you're doing is you're moving your stop loss into profit. That's why it's called securing profit. So it sounds like maybe you didn't move your stop loss right. Did you do it on the MT4, like on the computer or on your phone?
On my phone.
Okay, so it sounds like maybe you're just not counting pips properly, counting the pips right. You see what I'm saying? Because it wouldn't happen, it can't happen like that. If you move your stop loss in front of the entry point, that is how you secure profits. The other thing is be careful not to move it too close. And what I mean is, you still want to give that trade room to breathe. So, there's times in the past where I'll go ahead and move my stop loss up, but I still like to leave a good 10 to 15 pips back from wherever the market is, because the market goes up and down. That way I can still give the trade room to breathe and still give it, time to give me more pips, but it not come back and hit my stop loss real quick. So normally when I move my stop loss up, I like to stay at least 10 to 15 pips back from the trade. You know what I mean? And of course that depends on how much. Well, I mean, that's just my personal style for how far I like to stay back off it.
Because I don't think I gave it enough room to like breathe for it. So I think it just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, but all that would mean is that you move it up into profit, and then it retraces and it hits your stop loss, but it hits your stop loss in profit, so you're still exiting with money if you move your stop loss in front of the entry point. So it's not the worst thing in the world, but the whole point of that is to give room for the trade still to breathe, but also still having a risk-free trade. Anytime you move your stop loss in front of the entry point, you're in what's called a risk-free trade, because if it retraces and hits your stop loss, you're still coming out with profit. Make sense?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Who's next? Anybody?
Can you hear me?
It's a lot of people on here. Don't nobody have questions?
Hey, LG.
I'll be in my inbox all day with questions now. I know somebody got questions. What's going on?
LG, she also might want to check what her broker is and see what commission they're charging for her trade. So that might be a difference too, why she ends up in negative.
Okay.
All right. Hear me?
Anybody got some more questions for me?
Yeah, I do.
All right. What's going on?
I've been trying to get this harmonic scanner to work for me for the longest.
I can't. Is your background with the baby crying?
No, it's not.
Okay, if you got a baby crying, can you go ahead and mute yourself, because I can't hear. All right, wonderful. What's going on, James?
What's going on, man? I had hit you up last night, man, trying to get this dang harmonic scanner hooked up, man, and for the life of me, I've tried everything. It's still not hooking up for me and stuff like that. Like, I actually have it like on my IML account and stuff like that, but I do not have it on the MetaTrader 4. Now, I've hit them up about it on the IML support, and they haven't gotten back to me yet. So I really don't know how to get the actual harmonic scanner to work for me, so I can actually put it to use on the MetaTrader 4.
Okay, cool. So, and I'm gonna answer the question, and also, explain why I got most of the team on here, explain my whole style. Because I know a lot of times people hit me up and, you know, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? So I'm going to answer your question, and I'm also explain my whole style of help, right? This is how I look at things, right? We 50-50 in this thing. We 50-50, right? So I have a training site that has, you know, answers to a lot of the things you're going to come into. When I give you guys stuff, I've already tested, I've already ran through. As long as it worked for me and it was clear, I provide it to you guys, right? Make sure that it's as clear as possible. If other people have went through it, I'm like, okay, it's good, it's clear. So the 50-50 is you guys got to take responsibility in your business if you run into an error to fill in the gaps. What do I mean by filling in the gaps? Specifically with like your issue, right? On that site where it shows you how to do step-by-step, I went step-by-step, set it up, had no problems at all. I got other people that went step-by-step, set it up, had no problems at all. But on the site, it says if you got an issue, you can contact JFAX for support, JAFX for support. And it also says if you got a problem on the harmonic scanner side, you can contact IML for support. And then there's YouTube. That's kind of my answer for every single problem that you may run into. If you go to the training site or something that I've provided and you're still having an issue with it, you got to understand that, one, I've already went through it and I know it works. Other people have already went through it and knows it works. But if for some reason it's still not working for you, look for support, right? If it's an IML product, contact IML support. If it's a broker issue, contact broker support. And if you're not getting a response back, YouTube. I go to YouTube all the time to get answers for stuff. And there is somebody in the world that has ran into this issue, for you, and they've created a video and they've shown you. So the same thing I was saying to you earlier, I don't know specifically what you're doing wrong in the steps, all right? Because I never installed it before. I went to the same website link I gave you. I literally went step by step, worked perfectly for me. Not sure what you're doing, but the best thing I could suggest is shooting a support ticket to JFX, shooting a support ticket to IML, hitting YouTube and type in JAFX MetaTrader 4 to find your answer. Because I'm here to help everybody, but what I'm not going to do is one-on-ones. I'm not going to get on a webinar. I'm not going to one-on-one with people. The team's too big. I'm too busy. I've already put it on the training site. Not going to do it. And it's not speaking to you personally. It's speaking to the whole team. I'm just trying to let you guys know how I feel about help. Like it's 50-50. Like I'm going to give you guys a training site. Right. But, we're entrepreneurs. We got to solve the problem. We got to figure it out. Just trust that if I put it out there, I've already tested it. I've already went through it. I've already made sure it works before I give it to you guys. So that's my answer for you, boss. Not sure where you're going wrong. I would suggest go through the steps slowly, but it works very smoothly.
Okay, will do. Thank you.
Absolutely, no problem. Anybody else? This is the perfect time. I've allowed this time for you guys to answer anything. Even if you got questions that's not quite based on what we just covered tonight, what's going on. I'm listening.
LG.
Yes.
Hey, this is Robert. Hey, just coming off the road, man, from Clearwater, like I was telling you earlier today. Are you recording this?
Yes, I am, Robert. This is being recorded.
All right, I'm just getting to the house, so I'll check it out tomorrow.
Okay, sounds good. What I'm gonna do is when it's done, I'm gonna upload it to YouTube and I'll drop it in the paid members group. This is only for paid members, guys. So please do not share this with anybody that's not a paid member. I do a lot of things behind the scenes for you guys, so you guys will have success. Like we make amazing money trading. I could just trade and not do anything for the team. I do this stuff for you guys. Membership has its benefits, so please do not share this with anybody that's not on the team. Along those same lines, one thing I said in the group earlier, you guys should get a screen recording app, because as you're going through this 90-day game plan, just go ahead and screen record your results every day. Save those videos, because at the end, if you put all those videos together to show your 90-day process, that's a great recruiting tool. It's one thing to show your account at the end, but if you got a little mini clip video that showed that, here was my first week, here was my second week, you make a little YouTube video out of it at the end, which is not hard. We'll just put the clip together. Then when you're approaching people for the recruiting side of this business, you can just give them that. Here are my personal results. Here is what I made in 90 days. So something to think about, just following you guys' progress as you go forward. Anybody else?
Yes, Lyndon, question. I'm still working on my demo account, and I signed up with the FMX with the 1,000 to 100 premium account. Now, if I was to actually start using my live account, would the leverage be used automatically, or do I have the option for me to choose leverage? So,
when you open a live account, it's going to give you the options on what leverage you want to choose as well. And I would suggest to choose the exact same leverage. You want to be at 1 to 1,000. That's the correct leverage that you should be using.
Oh, okay, because like I see some, like I watch like the videos, and it's kind of scary with the leveraging that if I don't do it right, that I might end up I'm using too much of the brokerage money. Can I just choose just not to use any leverage and just use my raw money that I put in?
No, you can, but listen to me. Choose 1 to 1,000. That's what you want to do. I'm not sure what videos you've seen, but it sounds like you're misunderstanding what you're looking at. And I haven't saw what you've seen, but I'm telling you, choose 1 to 1,000. That's what you want. That's the leverage you want to use.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
Absolutely.
Hey, I have a question.
I got an answer.
What's up, boss man?
What's going on?
All right. With the harmonic scanner, is there a particular time frame that because I see that a lot of them look like they had already ran. Is there a particular time frame to catch the majority of them?
No. I mean, there's busier. So you got to understand, the harmonic scanner is just scanning the market. Now there are busier times to trade. I forgot. I was reading on Baby Pips when it was talking about the really busy times where the market's moving. And of course, the scanner, if there's more movement in the market, then the scanner is going to pick up on that. But there's not a set time. The beautiful thing about having this setup on here with your alerts is that, well, see, for me, I don't work a job. I'm always home. My laptop's always open. So when an alert goes off, I hear it. I can go check it out. But that's the beautiful thing about having this set up here. When the alert goes off, if you're by your computer, you can hear it. When we figure that email part out, we can actually get the email sent. But there's no specific time that's the best time to go ahead and get in there. But also, you don't have to catch it when it first plays out. I mean, because like if you look at this one right here, right? This specific chart we're on, it's the hour chart. So you gotta understand that each one of these candles is an hour. So that means that this pattern came out a long time ago, because patterns come out before they play out. So patterns come out when they're right here. Do you see my arrow? Yeah. When they're right here in the very beginning, that's when the pattern came out. But as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. 32 hours later. 32 hours later, and this trade has still not went past the entry point. So you don't have to catch a fresh trade, like a new one. You just have to catch a trade that has not went past the entry point. You see what I'm saying? So don't even worry about, it being new. And that's another reason why you want to scan through all these. Like, don't just, look at the top ones and say, oh, it's none left. Scan through all of them, because one at the bottom could still possibly be in this place where it has not passed the entry point yet, right? What you're looking for is just a trade that hasn't passed the entry point. It doesn't matter when it came out. You just want to look and make sure, it didn't go do its thing up here. It hasn't passed the entry point. That's a good trade to get in.
Gotcha.
Make sense?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Makes sense. You know that, man.
What's going on?
You always make sense. You know that.
Hey, listen. I'm a Leo, man. Don't. Go ahead, man. All right. Who's next?
Yo.
I have a question.
What's going on? Woo! Look at that beautiful beam footage. I'm up $300 in this trade right now. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. How we doing? Somebody said they had a question. Hello.
Yeah, are you using any indicators, or are you just taking what the harmonic scanner is giving out?
So here's the thing. All I do is take what the harmonic scanner is giving out. I mean, if you saw a glance at my screen just now, I have some indicators on there, and that's just because I went through different trainings that the company provides, and I've tested some things, but I don't actually apply them. Like, I'm not at a point where I'm using them. So like, I'll go to my thing so you can see right here. Which one is this? Is EA? EA, yeah. So I'm in this trade right now. This EA trade. I'm up $300 in this trade. I have like the SAR here, and I have these indicator lines and stuff like that. But that's just because I've went through training and I've tested some stuff. But I'm honestly not using it. I trade the same way that I've been trading since I came in. I copy and paste. You know what I mean? What I've learned to do is, you know, things I said, like I said, take 10 pips. I've learned, you know, to have the proper lot size so you're not over leveraging. But as far as my trading strategy, I still just copy and paste. That's why I tell you guys, like, yo, just woo, look at that thing. $325. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, that's what I do. I just now here's a good example. I'm about to show you guys something right now. You guys can all see my screen, right? You see my chart? Can everyone see my? Well, I got you guys on mute. Okay. Can anybody that's not on mute? Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we see it. Yeah. We see it.
Okay, wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh shit. 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna show you this real quick, guys, and I gotta go. I just got a text message that said the ambulance took my grandmother to the hospital. So I'm gonna show this real quick, then I'm gone because actually just 1 second. Do you need me to do something? Question mark. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna show you guys this real quick. So it's much easier to move your stop loss inside of an MT4 that's on your computer. Right here, my stop loss is up here, and this is my entry point, and this is where the market is currently. Currently, I'm $275 up. All right, so I want you guys to see what happens when you move this. When you okay. All right, I don't have, they don't need me. Sliding your stop loss. When you start sliding your stop loss down, look right here in the corner at what it's showing you. It's showing you that it's, negative, how many pips you are and how much money, because it's still behind the entry point. So it's showing you where you're adjusting your stop loss to. And then once you cross in front of the entry point, you can see you're in profit. So this is moving the stop loss in profit. This is what the young lady was asking about earlier. Like if I let this go right here, 65 pips in front. Wait a minute. Yeah, 65. Or was it just 6? I think it's 7 pips. Yeah, 7 pips in front. You got to count when you count the pips, it's just the first number. 7 pips in front, that'll be $117. And right now I'm at $266, right? Let me go down on a different chart. I want to see this a little clearer. So 1 second. All right, so let me see how many pips from because I like to back up off of it, because it retraces. Let's see. So right now, I just moved my stop loss up, and I'm only like 13 pips away from the entry point. That's cool. I normally like to be like 15 pips away from it, okay? But what I just did there is I just secured profit with my stop loss. So my stop loss is at 7 pips, right? It's at 7 pips, and that's $114, right? So if this thing retraced right now and hit my stop loss, I would still exit this trade with $114. All right. Now, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to move that back a little bit because I don't even want to be that close on it. I'm going to move it back to about $100. It was right. It's good for me. So I moved it back to 105, and I'm just going to let this trade breathe. It's at 102 actually. So if this trade retraces and it hits my stop loss, I'm still going to come off with $100, but I'm not so close to it where it can't breathe. The trade can still breathe. Like let's see, it's still 13 pips. Still 13 pips away. That's wrong. I'm going to let that thing just keep going, and hopefully it just keeps dropping down. Now, I know I talked about 10 pips and all that. Here's what's happening. I've already made my money for the day, my trading goal for the day. And this is a wealthy pips trade, and that brother been crushing it. So what I decided to do, I made a little command decision. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to let that joint breathe for a little bit. I'm in a good position. I'm going to let it breathe. So I could easily close this trade right now and take the $246, but I'm choosing to let it breathe. Okay. It's just a choice type of thing. Like if I was to close the trade at, let's say it's at 260 right now, that would actually knock out my whole goal for the next day. If you look at the chart right here, right, I'm back up here. Today's the 12th. I've already, the balance is 1644. So, the next set of 40, I'd be looking for $200, right? I'd be going still at a $5 lot. I'd be looking for $200 where I'm already up $250. So if I close the trade right now, I knocked out that whole day. That's not how I suggest you guys do it. I gave you guys a very, very safe plan. And then I step out and do something a little different.
Oh.
But if you want to do $700,000 from $1,000 in 90 days, I would suggest follow the plan, very safely, 10 pips at a time, 40 pips a day. Sound good? All right. Anybody got any more questions?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What's up? What's up with the questions? Anybody? Is that everything? We just passed the hour. It's 9:07. We got started at 9:05. If that's everything, I wrap up. But I just want to make sure everyone's good. Does anybody have any questions about the harmonic scanner on the MT4, or any questions about this 1K to 700,000 in 90 days?
Do you hear me?
I can hear you now.
I have a question on the harmonic scanner. Now okay. I see yours hasn't refreshed since 13 hours. Is that correct?
No, that's not correct. That it hasn't refreshed in 13 hours. Where are you looking at?
On your screen, it says Euro. Doesn't it say Euro all like 13 hours?
No, that's just when that trade came out. So, like right here, it says, like, if you look right here in the small print, it says the next update will be in 51 seconds. It's
right.
Second. A new pattern just hasn't came out yet.
Oh, all right. I was just making sure mine wasn't going crazy. I'm looking at 13 hours. Like I should see something new.
Yeah, no. It's a countdown right here in the corner where it's checking, but just a new trade just hasn't came out.
Oh, all right.
But like I said, remember, you don't need the freshest of the freshest trades. You got to look at them to see, because like I said, this GBP one, look at this GBP JPY. It came out 3 days ago, 3 days, 8 hours, and 7 minutes ago, but it still has not crossed the entry point. So it's still room to get in. So when you come in and look through a trade, you just click all these and look to see if the trade is under the entry point.
And plus the alerts to send you the new patterns anyway, right?
Yeah, the alert is going to send you the new pattern, but a new pattern is not going to be ready to jump in. So for example, when a new pattern comes out, it's going to be right here at the very beginning of the pattern. It's not ready to jump in yet. You know what I mean? You still got to wait till it's under the entry point before you will put that in. You see what I'm saying?
You saying Kid Rock was in front of me.
Anybody got any more questions?
Kid Rock. You go like this.
Yeah. Mute yourself if you're not asking the question.
Going slow.
All right, 1 second. 1 second. I got
Would you have this on?
One second. 1 second. I'm gonna mute everybody and then unmute yourself because people can't follow directions. All right, so I just muted everybody. Unmute yourself if you want to ask a question. Okay, I'm listening. Anybody? I know somebody.
Yeah. Would you with the pips and everything? Are you gonna have that where we can see that, or we just have to set it up based on how you were saying the 1/8?
I'm not sure what you're asking. Pips or lot size, or what do you mean?
You know how you have that chart from the $1,000 to the 600 and something thousand?
700,000.
700,000. I'm sorry, my fault. I forgot.
Yeah, we got to get all the chips, baby. We got to get all of them.
So, can we see that chart?
Oh, absolutely. I have already provided it to you on the trainer site. I actually put this up on Saturday. So if you go to the trainer site, I have a video where I went over everything in this chart on how to do it. And under the video, the full chart is there. It's all on the trainer site. On the team. Huh?
That's what you had updated from the.
Yeah, remember when I sent out the email blast? I said I sent out an update. I just ain't tell you guys what section because it's very important to everyone's success that they go through all the tabs in the team training. I have a team of 300 people, and here's what I'm seeing. People that are making money went through the training site. People that are confused and have questions have not went through the training site. Black and white, point blank, period. You see what I'm saying? So, when people ask me questions, where's this, where's that? Normally my answer is, that's on the training site, that's on the training site. I'm not blowing you off. I'm not, it's not that I don't care about you, nothing like that. I care about the whole team. I want everybody to make money, but I feel that it's 50-50. Like, I'm going to provide you it's like I'm giving you a book with the answers. You got to read it. I'm not going to read the answers out loud to you. I've given you the book. So that's just so we all on the same page with my style of training the team. I want you all to win. And I make sure you guys have everything you need, but you're going to have to take responsibility for your own business and go to the training site and watch the information and apply it.
Facts.
Yeah. Anybody else got more questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you go back to the chart?
Uh-huh.
Like when you where the entry price at when you say to count 10 pips, or you count the 10 pips from the entry price?
That's how I do. Right. That's how I do it. It's from the entry price. So 1 second. I want
So
to
like that one is at 150.862. So the pips would be, so your take profit would be what, 150.962?
1 second. I'm sorry. I always use the calculator. I'll break the calculator out when I'm calculating my pips. 1 second. I'm gonna put I had to put me a little 15 pip trail and stop loss on this thing right here, because this thing up to $360 something. You know. 1 second. 1 second. I just got to secure my profit. We're gonna take a pause real quick to go ahead and secure more profit. So it's at 346. I think I need to bring that thing down. I at least want $200. They're gonna have to get about $2. Y'all see how easy that is? Bam! $200. Bam! Oh man, I love this stuff. Y'all don't y'all just get excited about trading? Don't you get excited? Maybe it's just me. I love it. So this trade is currently up $360, and I moved my stop loss to $200. I just want to make sure I, get some good money there. Get some good money there. This cool. I'm going to answer your question in 1 second. Just my multitasking is horrible, just to let you know that. So I'm going to answer your question in 1 second. I just want to go ahead. Okay. Let me go back to this. Okay. You were asking about pips, right? You were asking about your take profit?
Yeah, when you said the 10 pips.
Right. So there is a video on how to count pips, but I'll go through it, real quick on how to count pips. Hopefully it's just kind of real clear. So I don't really like the JPY pairs because they're a little different. Let me just pick a different one, like a normal. All right. So here we go. This entry point right here, right? I'm gonna put it up on the notepad for you guys. Let's kind of move that down. All right. So the entry point is 1.22069, right? 069. That's the entry point. Now, the way you do pips, it matters if it's a buy or sell on how you do pips, right? So here's the easy way that I do to understand. If it's a buy, when you're doing your take profit, you're adding pips, right? Okay. If it's a sell, when you do your take profit, you're subtracting pips, okay? So for example, this one's a buy, right? So the number right here is 22069. The 9 is a micro pip. We're not counting that one. The 9 is a micro pip. Pips actually start right here, this number right here. So the 6 is where pips start, okay? The 6 is where pips start. So if I want to add 10 pips, what I would need to add right here is the number 100. Here's the easy way to do it on a calculator, right? Because this is all I do. I always do it on a calculator. So the one part is not going to change, right? So I just go, I'll put in the whole thing, 22069, right? I put in the whole thing, and then I say, okay, I want 10 pips. I want to add 10 pips, right? So I do plus 100. Here's why. The 0 right here is just a placeholder because that's a micro pip. That don't count. So what I'm really adding is 10. But if I just added 10, it would be in the 1 and the 9 right here, right? I'm trying to add 10 right here to the 0 and the 6. That's why I got to do 100. Okay. That's what you do. Just add a 0 to whatever you're trying to do. So I would have put in this entry point. I would have looked at the entry point and just did the math to figure out what's 10 pips to add to 100. I've gotten to a point now where sometimes I only need to use a calculator. So right here, I would have knew what to do already. Like this is 22,069. I would have knew my take profit is 22,169, right? Oh, that one would, bam. Now that's because it's a buy. Let's say it was a sell, then I would just have to subtract. Now, me and my math, that's actually where I would break out the calculator because there's no number right there for me to do it real easy, right? I'll keep it 100. I'm being honest with you guys. I ain't a mathematician. I know I'm gonna make some money though. So 22069. If this was a sell, and I was trying to find my take profit of 10 points, you would put in 22069, and I would just subtract 100.
Okay.
Right? And bam, that's it. So my entry, my take profit will be 1.21969. That'll be 10 pips, right? Now, here's something you got to take in consideration. The spread is different on every on every pair. So even though that is technically 10 pips, that doesn't mean it's going to give me a full 10 pips of profit. You know what I mean? It might be 8 pips of profit or 7 pips of profit just because of the spread. So something else I normally do, I normally just do it for 11 just to incorporate the spread. I'm only trying to get 10 pips of profit, but I would do 11 just because. So if this was a buy, what I would have did is I would have put 22179, which is 11 pips, just because I'm trying to account for the spread, right? That's if I'm doing it from my phone and I'm on the go. I would always then go back to check my work. You know, I would always then go back and, look for the take profit and see where it's at. So like this Wealthy Pips trade, I threw in his take profit on this, and his take profit, it was something like 50 pips. So his take profit is way down here at 50 pips, and it's $800. I don't plan on riding the trade that long. You know what I mean? I just did that because I had time to be at the computer. So I got where I'm at right now. I'm $200 still. I got my thing right there, $200. I'm letting it breathe. It's currently at 475. We're good.
So can we get the
That's a lot of money. I might have to take that. That's another thing, that never be afraid to take the amount of money that's worth it to you. Like right now, his take profit for 50 pips would give me $800. And lately he's been getting take profit 50, take profit 100. But you got to make command decisions sometimes. Like right now, this thing is at $466. If I close this trade right now, I'm $466 up versus trying to get $800, right? I'm seriously considering closing this trade right now. That's something. Don't stay in the game trying to get all you can get. Get what's important to you. You know what I'm saying? Like I think at $500, I'm gonna have to go ahead and walk. I'm gonna see what happens, see what this trade does. But at $500, I might have to go and get in there. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna slide this stop loss up even more, because it didn't went all the way up to 459. So I feel like they at least need to give me $300 off this trade. And this is literally what I do, folks. I just slide that up, $300.
But can we get that Excel form so we can be able to adjust it like you're doing it?
That's on the training site. I have a picture of the whole thing, so you can follow it all the way down. So this whole thing right here, I have all the way down. You can follow. It's a picture, but it's zoomed in and it's clear, where you can see exactly what your account size is, or to tell you what your lot size should be. So you can follow along. You know what I mean? Is that what you're saying?
No, I was actually saying, like, could we get the actual form so we can adjust it? How you got the dates, you keeping track of yours, so we could be able to adjust it.
Yeah. Let me figure out how to make that available. I'm not sure how to make that available. I'll figure that out. I have to ask somebody how to. So you want an Excel form that you can edit, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not 100% sure how to make that available.
Hey, LG, can I say something?
Yeah, absolutely.
For the ones who may not have $1,000 to really just get into this challenge right now, the best thing that I could suggest for you is to go to the training and go to the 60 days to 60K compound, because it gives you a breakdown on how to grow your account from whatever size you're starting with.
Here's the thing. I took that off. I took that off the trading site. So I'll address it for those people. Anybody who doesn't have 1,000, it's okay. I talked about it earlier. Here is what you do. Whatever amount you're starting with, whether it's $100, $300, whatever amount you're starting with, divide that amount by the number 280. The number that comes out that you get, that is your lot size. And what that is that's 1/8 of your account. So it doesn't matter if it's just $100. And that's the same formula that was on the 60 days to 60K. I just took it down. So same thing for $100. If you take $100 right here, let me move this out the way. If you take $100, right? and you divide it by 280, it's 35 cents. But you know you can't do 35 cents, so it's 30 cents. And if anybody remembers that chart, it said at $100 you're doing 30-cent lots. But what this means is one trade at 30 cents, not every trade at 30 cents. This is 1/8 of your account. The same thing I was saying before. You can have a max of 2 trades if you want, but you don't want to go over that. So if you only got $100, you're starting off with the bare minimum, you can do 30 cents, right? One trade, 30 cents. And if you want to do 3 trades, no problem, 10 cents each. That's how that breaks down. You should never have more than 30 cents worth of trades open at once. All right, so that's how that works. Just take whatever account size, whatever you can afford, and divide it by 280. You know, if you're not starting off with $1,000. All right. Anybody else? Questions? It's 10:22. At 10:30, I'm calling it a day. It'll be an hour and a half webinar. We got more questions?
Hey, LG, I don't actually have a question, but for the file that they're wanting to have to be able to update it on their computer and keep track of their winnings for the day, you can actually save that file with the information on it, and it should be able to be downloaded to where they can actually just click on it and it'll download it to their computer. I'm not sure exactly how to do it. It's been a while since I've done that, but if you need, I can kind of look into it and see how you can do that and then give you the information.
Okay, yeah. See, the issue is this is not Excel. It's I mean, it might save the same way. I use Google Docs. It's a Google spreadsheet. That way you can take it, from your computer. So I'll see when I save this file.
I think you can still do that.
It does the same way. Okay, cool. Yeah. If it works like that, the training site is ClickFunnels. I'll look through ClickFunnels and see how to, when I figure, this is what I'm gonna do for you guys. When I figure it out, I'm gonna put it right under the video. So right under the 1K to 700K has its own tab. It has the video. It has the chart there. I'll put a download button right there where you can download this chart. Second I get it figured out, I'll work on that tonight. But that will be on the training site where you can just download this, so you'll have the, I guess Excel spreadsheet. Yeah.
Okay, because I was going to ask that same question too. I also wanted it, so that'll make it really easy to just keep track of everything.
Yeah, absolutely, no problem. No problem at all. Look at this thing. This thing at $520. We getting money. You're over here getting money.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy for you.
What's going on, folks?
I got one question.
What's up?
Okay, on the MetaTrader 4, okay, can you put in your own orders? So like, say you're on the charts, right, and you see a trade that you want to do. You know all the information for it. You got everything stacked up just the way you want. On the MetaTrader, can you put in your own trade, your own stop loss, your own take profit, your own entry price, stuff like that?
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, because I tried that and it wouldn't let me do it. It always said invalid stop loss or invalid take profit. That's why I was
you're putting something in wrong. But it lets you do it. Like, for example, this is my, you guys see my screen. This is my MetaTrader 4 right here for LMFX. I can go right here, bam, new order. I click new order. It has the currency pairs. I can pick whatever currency pair I want. I can pick whatever lot size I want. I can put my stop loss in. I can put my take profit. I can decide if I want to do a market execution or a pending order. So let's say I go to pending order, right? Right here it has buy limit, sell limit, buy stop. I can do everything from right inside here. So, and I've seen the invalid thing before. If I try to put in something wrong, it's going to tell me, invalid. So it was just saying you weren't putting in something right. But yeah, you could do it from right inside.
You did this in LMFX?
This is LMFX, yeah.
Are you serious? Oh, wow, I've been had LMFX and I didn't know that you could do it through there. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm here to help. All right, let me look at the chat box. I realize I have not been paying attention to the chat box, and it's like 72 comments in this thing. Let's see. Try to knock out these questions in here.
Ignore mine.
Oh, okay. Let's see. It's kind of small. Can we watch this after it's done? Yes, it's going to be recorded.
Do you do 15 minutes?
Huh?
Do you do the 15-minute charts for the harmonic scanner?
I personally do not. I only do the 1 hour charts because I'm just so I personally just do 1 hour.
There was 4 of them that just popped up. I wish you would have run over.
You said some 15? Yeah, I don't do the 15-minute ones. I don't even mess with them. Okay, I can't see the screen. Wouldn't take profits above entry. Okay. Getting those questions. Looks like you guys been in here answering people's questions for me. I appreciate you guys. Teamwork makes the dream work. Looks like we got some folks in here answering where are the 40 pip trades coming from? So I don't do 40 pip trades. We're going after 40 pips a day, and I go after 10 pips per trade. As far as where the trades are coming from, you guys have your choice. You can take it from swipe trades, you can take it from harmonic scanner. You know, if you got to the point where you're marking up charts, I leave that on you guys on where you want to get the trades. I'm just talking about a safe methodology when trading. Take 10 pips at a time. Let's see what else we got here.
You can do that through LMFX too. You can have the harmonic scanner on LMFX too, can't you?
No, you can't put the harmonic scan on LMFX.
Okay.
Nope. That's why I told everyone to go ahead and switch over to the JAFX. One, because they do crypto, and a lot of people are getting into the crypto, and two, because you can put the harmonic scanner on it, and you can't put the harmonic scanner on LMFX. So
Okay,
but what I kind of do, I haven't fully switched over to JFX yet. So like I have it right here, right? But I still put the trade in on my LMFX. I'm just using both,
Okay.
This is just kind of how I'm doing it right now. Let's see.
I'm just trying to copy what you're doing, brother. I'm just trying to copy what you're doing.
That's it, man. Success leaves clues. Let's see. YouTube. How to move your stop loss in front of entry. We covered that. You can save the file. Okay, it looks like you guys have been in here answering each other questions. I see Mario and Martina answering a lot of questions. I see Jessica answer questions too. So if anybody else has questions, just go ahead, unmute yourself and ask me. Other than that, I'm about to wrap it up. We've been going like an hour and a half. I feel like everybody got heated.
You said we could get the harmonic scanner on MT4 through JAFX. Where's the video at that shows instructions on how to do that?
It's not a video, but it's a link. So when I sent out this event alert in the instructions of this event alert, there was a link. The link sent you to the step-by-step instructions on how to put in the JFX. So if you go back, I think even I put it in the group too. I'll drop it in the paid group as well. But on the event for this, in the description, there was the link to the site to go to. When you go to the site, it's a video box, but there's no video there. The step-by-step instructions are written out. They're there. You just follow them. And
gotcha. And the 40 pips, you're doing 4 trades at 10 pips per trade per day, right?
Right.
Okay, gotcha. Just trying to make sure. Repetition.
Right. And you can go, this thing at $580 some. They just giving me money today. So this is the beautiful thing about the compounding chart, right? Today, the goal was only $200, and I made $244, right? So we on tomorrow's goal. But when I close this trade, this trade at $600 right now. When I close this trade, my account balance is going to jump me ahead. So I'll look at the new account balance, and then I'll adjust to what day I should be on. This is why I say you guys can do 700,000 in 90 days or less, because you're going to have some days, if you keep doing 10 pips at a time, you're going to have some days where you get more than 40 pips. You might have a day where you got 80 pips that day. Well, that's 2 days worth of work. You see what I'm saying? Okay, I hope everybody's listening. Let's see, 577. I'm at 3. I'm going to let this breathe a little more. 5. It's almost at 600. That's half. 3. I might have to take it up a little bit. A little 350. There we go.
Man, I don't know if I told you before, man, but thank you.
I'm here for y'all, man. Like, I really love the fact I've been in this industry for 12 years. I've helped a lot of people make money online, but I never have had a company where every single day somebody's in my inbox like, thank you for introducing me to Forex. Thank you for this. Thank you for that. I want you guys to have massive success. Like I said, only thing I ask for is a shout out. That's it. That's all I ask for. Screenshot your results, paste them, and just give a shout out. Thank you, LG, for helping a brother. That's all I ask for, man.
Well, you got that coming from here.
That's it. What's going on? Anybody else need anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Excuse me, LJ.
Yes.
Yes. What kind of threw me off a little is when you kept moving, like the stop loss. What's the purpose of keep doing that?
I'm securing more of my profits. I'm securing more and more of my profits. So when I had the stop loss like around here, my profit was $200. Now the trade has went all the way up to $535 right now. I wanted to secure more of my profit, so I moved the stop loss even further, and now I'm at $363. So if the market retraces and hits my stop loss, I'll get $363. I moved it because I wanted to move from 200 to 363. But if you notice what I'm still doing, I'm still giving it plenty of room to breathe, you know, because as you can see, it's going up and down. Like it was at 590 at one point, now it's back to 533. You know, so I'm giving it room to breathe, but I'm still moving my stop loss up to still grab my profit. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes. No. It seems as if I'm gonna have to actually go back on the videos and try to understand exactly the purpose of moving the stop loss, because I think it's kind of like an elementary question that I'm asking. I'm still new, so I'm still learning that.
The purpose is just to get more profit. So when I had my stop loss up a little higher, it was at $200, meaning if the market retraced to hit my stop loss, it would exit the trade at $200. When my trade went higher in profit, matter of fact, if you look at the screen right now, it's a perfect example. You see this little green wick right here? This green wick means that the market did come all the way down to this point. When the market was all the way down here, I was like $590 in profit. But as you can see, now it's going back up. It's going back up, and it's getting closer and closer to my stop loss. Okay, so if this continues to go back up and hits this red line, then I'm going to close, the trade is going to automatically close, and I'm going to have $363. That's why I put that red line up, because when it was back here, it was only at 200. But that's what happens. But you see, I'm giving this room because I'm hoping it still starts to go back down. Like you see, we're at $513 right now. It was at 590. I'm giving it room. It might retrace and hit my stop loss, and I'll walk away with $363. Or it might keep going, 600, 700, 800. That's the point of moving it.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Anybody else? I'm feeling pretty greedy about that $500 though. I feel like I want that $500. I really do. That's a great day right there. I'm at 363, but that 500 just looking so good. Anybody else?
Take the 500.
Take the 500. Take the 500. Hey, you all look in the chat box. Somebody already put the link. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name, love, but she put the link there for you guys to get the harmonic scanner, the JAFX harmonic scanner, MT4 with the harmonic scanner in it. So if you look in the chat box, the link is there. But it's only for your computer, so you know it doesn't work for the phone.
What's the one that works for the phone?
There isn't one for the phone. You got the regular MT4 app, but there's no the way you get the harmonic scanner on the phone is the web version. You can go look at the web version, but as far as the harmonic scanner in your MT4, that's only for the computer.
You know, since last night, dude, ever since I asked you that, I think that was the biggest problem that I done had. I didn't know if I could put that damn thing on my phone, and now you told me.
It doesn't go on the phone. It's not for the phone at all.
Yeah, I screwed up and tried to put it on the phone, and I couldn't put it on the phone. Okay, I got it now.
All right. Everybody good? Anybody else?
Hi, it's Anita.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
I sure can.
Okay, I have. I didn't really understand. How do you decide when you enter a trade on harmonic scanner?
Okay, a couple things. One, you guys see my screen right here? Here's the alerts. Yes. The alerts just popped up, and it's showing me 4 new patterns. Okay, 4 new patterns just popped up. Bam. So, we got Euro AUD, we got AUD NZD, we got NZD CAD, and another NZD CAD. So I hit OK, and those patterns are right here. So those ones new just popped up. I'm gonna go back to the GPP one to show you what we were talking about how to enter. Anita? Okay. So Anita, here's how I make my decision on when I'm going to enter a trade or not. The harmonic scanner has given you the stop loss, the entry point, and the take profits. Take profit 1, 2, and 3, right? 3 is all the way up there. The way I make my decision is as long as the current market, you see this line right here, this black line, that's showing where your market is currently. The market is at 150. As long as the market is currently under the entry point, then that is a trade I would take. So I would put in a pending order right here. Just like swipe trades, when you just put it in, I will put in a pending order for a buy. And I will put in my take profit, and I'll put in my stop loss because the market is currently under the entry point. And I would just wait, because what we expect to happen here, based on what the harmonic scanner is telling us, is that this trade is going to do a buy, and it's going to go north. Does that make sense?
Okay, right now it's 2 entry points is given.
It's given an entry point, an entry max, and an entry minimum. I do the entry minimum. I don't do the entry max. So what this is giving you is an entry range. What it's telling you is that it's safe to enter anywhere in here. I don't do that. Because look what's happened here. It's went up, it's went down, it's went up, it's went down. So I don't do this. All I look for this is to tell me if it's below the entry point. If it is, I put in this entry point minimum right here, this pending order, and I wait. And if the market goes in the right direction and it opens up, bam, I'm in the trade and it's going in the right direction. Probably 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, thank you.
What'd you say?
Wouldn't that be like considered a little conversion right there? I'm looking at your screen. That's why I'm asking.
What do you mean by a little conversion?
Oh, not that screen. The other one that you had up. How it goes up and down, up and down.
Which one are we talking about? The LMFX or the
white screen? Yeah, the white screen.
Okay. What about this?
Not that one. The other one that you just had up. That one. Okay, this one. Wouldn't that be considered like conversion a little bit? I believe that's what it's called.
Conversion. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Diversion.
Are you talking about consolidation?
Consolidation.
Consolidation. My bad.
Yeah. This would be consolidation. Where you see how it's been consolidating for quite a while because it's the hour chart. You see what I'm saying? So each one of these candles is an hour, and yeah, you see how it's been pretty much going up and down in the same place. It's just been consolidating. It hasn't made any major move yet, but the harmonic pattern says it's going to go in this direction.
Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I can know how to kind of read them now because I've been practicing for like 2 weeks.
Okay.
So that's why I was asking. It looked like a little consolidation right there. So thanks, bro.
Absolutely, no problem, no problem. This thing's starting to retrace, but it's all good. $363. If it hits it, $363 is a good look. I'll take it. But it might keep going down, and that's why you want to give it room to breathe, because this thing might retrace and hit my 363. But it's always possible that it keeps going because what the trader predicted is that it was going to do 50 pips. And 50 pips is all the way down here. His take profit 1 was 50. His take profit 2 was 100. And I think like the last 2 trades he did, it went all the way to take profit 2 was 100. So that's why I didn't take the 500. Why I'm giving it room to breathe, because this thing might keep going. I think that's everything, folks. Though, right? I mean, you guys still got questions? Or everybody good?
Yeah, you helped me tons.
All right, that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help. I'm here to help.
Thank you, and check on grandma.
Yeah, well, I did. I sent a text, and they said, I got a cousin went to the hospital and said she was fine, so they didn't need me to come through.
All right, thank you so much.
Hey,
absolutely. Yes.
Are you getting swipe trade alerts? Like after they upgraded 2.0, I don't get the upgrade. I don't get the alerts no more.
Yeah, here's what I had to do, because I wasn't at first. I was still getting the emails, but I wasn't getting alerts. So what I had to do, I went into my app, right, for the swipe trades. Like I'm talking about like the settings of your phone. Mm-hmm. I did force stop. I cleared the cache, cleared all the data. Like I cleared the whole thing. Then I deleted the app, and I downloaded the app again. The funny thing is, when you download the app again and you click on it, it automatically has you logged in. I logged out and then put my credentials in and logged back in, and then I was able to start getting alerts. So yeah, I get alerts now.
Okay, yeah, because that was the biggest pain. I'm like, yo, how am I missing all these swipe trades?
Yeah, well, it comes to the email too, though. So, yeah, but I mean,
that's like an hour later.
When they come to the email?
Yeah.
Nah, they come to my email in a timely fashion. They come to my email and still give me room to jump in.
Oh, man, I'd be missing mine.
Yeah, they come in a timely fashion.
All right, well, I'm about to go ahead and do what you said about cleaning them up, cleaning it out, and go from there.
Cool. Quick question. Does anybody know how to edit video like after the fact? Like I've seen it done before where like they blur out certain things. Does anybody know how to do that? No? Okay. So on this specific video, I'm not quite sure what I'm getting to you because I realized in here I have some password information and stuff like that, and I don't want to put that on, put that up and put that on YouTube. So,
Hit Charity up. She does web pages.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna research that and figure out how to edit that so I can, block my personal stuff out. But everything I covered in this is okay. So not the harmonic scanner part, but the 1K to 700K. I already did a video on the training site that goes through that. For the harmonic scanner part, the only thing I was really teaching you guys is if it's under the entry, that's how I make the decision on to go in. So I hope it's pretty self-explanatory. But actually, we got a different teammate that put together some training on that, and he's gonna give me that later the week on the harmonic scanner with JFX, pretty much covering the same stuff. So when that's done, I will get that to you guys as well. All right.
You might want to check with Jesus about the video editing as well.
Okay, yeah. That's what I was talking about. So yeah, I'll talk with him about that too. See what's going on there. This thing is just retracing hard. This thing probably gonna hit that stop loss. It's all good though.
Hey, money is money.
Money is money, and that's the thing. So the reason I say go after the 10 pips, right, is it's all compounding. It's all good. It's all good. Like I could have took that 5. It's okay. I'll take 3. I'll take 2 because you're just growing slow and steady. Here's what you got to ask yourself. This is a 90-day game plan to make $700,000. If it took you 6 months, if it took you 9 months, if it took you 12 whole months to complete this and make $700,000, is that really too long? Is that too long for anybody?
Not at all.
Is that too long? Not at all, right? Not at all. And that's what you got to keep in mind here. So slow and steady wins the race. Keep it at 10 pips. Take your 10 pips. Go for the 40 a day. If you've got the 40, you can always keep going. But 10 pips, 10 pips, 10 pips. Because here's the thing. When you take a loss, it sets you back. You got to think some of those swipe trades, the stop loss is 35, 40, 45 pips. So if you're in a trade and you take a 40 pip loss, it just wiped out a whole day. It just wiped out a whole day of work. You see what I'm saying? That's the reason you just want to take the 10 pips. It's kind of like getting in the trade, getting out of the trade. You want to get in the trade, take the 10 pips and get out because you want to minimize your losses because a loss can set you back several days. And it's better to, even if you were only doing 40 pips a day and you was going one day at a time, it's better to go one day at a time and at the end of 90 have 700,000 than trying to get 80 pips in one day, thing hits the stop loss, and sets you back 2 days. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Slow and steady wins the race, people. Let's do it.
May I have one more question?
Huh?
May I have one more question?
Absolutely.
With the swipe trade alerts, is there an amount of pips with the stop loss that you are not considering to take this trade?
No,
with this strategy.
No, I take it exactly how they give it out. See, you see, guys, it hit the stop loss. So I walked away with $360. That's cool. It's a beautiful thing. No, I take it exactly how it comes out. So whatever does that make sense? Whatever their stop loss is.
But what if I have a smaller account and my stop loss, the amount of pips can take it?
That's about risk management. One trade should never wipe out your account. So, for example, if the stop loss is 30 pips and your lot size times 30 pips takes out half of your account or takes out your whole account, then your lot size is way too high. That's what we call over leveraging. One trade should never knock out. So with my formula that I talked about with the 280, what's happening is that that's 1/8 of your account. But even if you were to lose that trade, you're only losing 1/8 of the account, which gives you plenty of room to do it more, to get in the next trade.
Okay, I just need to set up a smaller lot.
Lot size, right? You never want to adjust the stop loss because the trader looked at the charts and he made the decision based on a lot of other things on why that was a good stop loss and that trade itself needed all that room to breathe. So you never want to change the stop loss. The entry point and the stop loss, you should always keep the same. You can adjust to take profit because that's your choice about how much money you want to take.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anybody else?
No, I'm good.
It's been a damn good day. I made a lot of money today.
You just showed me how to make a lot of money today.
I don't know about that. I made a lot of money today.
So we're gonna have a lunch meeting on this then?
let me look at the total for the day. I pulled in about $600 today. Yes, sir. It's a good thing. It's a damn good thing.
And see, you're around the way too, so.
Oh man. So let's see. It's been about 2 hours, folks. I hope that's everything. Check the training site, and let's do it. Let's go ahead and make this $700,000. Every single one of you can do it. It's only 40 pips per day. It's not hard. It is very, very, very doable. Let's do it. 700,000. 700,000. All right?
All right.
All right. Everybody have a great night.
All right. You too, brother.
You too, bro.
Lyndon.
Yeah.
Is this gonna be this recording gonna be up?
This is recorded, but I'm not putting it up right away because I have some private information in here that I didn't realize was there, and I need to figure out how to edit the video and block it out. As soon as I figure that out, I'll upload it. But it is recorded though. All right, so as soon as I'll figure that out, this week, I'll get the answers to that. And, I'll probably just go to YouTube, to be honest. YouTube answers everything. I'm going to YouTube, how to block out information in video. I'm sure there's some software I can buy or something. I'm going to edit out some of the stuff that shouldn't have been in this video, my personal stuff, and then I get that to y'all.
Okay, thank you.
Sounds good? Okay. All right, everybody. Have a good night.
Night.